Hello, Star Wars Galaxy Hero players. This is Anditesh Ordo. Still working on getting over the HK58 part on what I once was. This is the video on the rework of Han Solo. It has been released today on Monday, August 7th. So let's go ahead and get into it. So, before and after. So, quick draw. Deal physical damage to target enemy. This attack has 50% more, or deals 50% more damage to targets with less than 50% turn meter. Now it says this attack deals 75% more damage to targets with less than 50% turn meter and removes 35% turn meter if the target is more than 50% turn meter. So he has some turn meter removal, which means instantly he's going to be more viable in the Rancor raid. One of the things I do wish is they actually, update the Rancor raid a little bit to make them just a tad bit tougher. Add a little toughness to them. It looks like the damage stayed the same on both attacks that he has. So Deadeye, deal physical damage to target enemy, gain turn meter equal to Han's critical chance. Nice. And then it says still has that, but it also says deals physical damage to enemy, stun them for one turn. So they have a chance to. He has a chance to stun now. Han Solo is getting crazy with stuns, even with the shoot's first part. He's gonna start being a stunner. Stunner. So never tell me the odds. All allies gain critical chance up and evasion up for 2 turns, and Han has a 50% chance to also gain 45% turn meter. They changed that to all allies gain crit chance up and evasion up for 2 turns, and gained 50% turn meter. Instead of having a chance to gain it, he gains 50% turn meter and critical damage up for 2 turns. So he gives himself critical damage up, so he outputs more damage. On top of the fact he doesn't have that chance to gain a turn meter percentage, which is always nice. They're actually improving some characters that do that. Oh, there's a chance to remove this much turn meter or gain this much turn meter. They just remove that chance, which is kind of nice. It does help the character out a bit. Now, the biggest, most exciting part of him now is his unique, which is shoots first. It is now Zated. So used to read Han has 35% counter chance and 10% critical chance. Han takes bonus turn at the start of each counter. During this turn, he can only use his basic ability, but will stun the target for 1 turn. Great job. Great on that. Now, it's 20% crit chance, 35% crit counter chance still. He does the same thing during it. During this turn, Han ignores taunt, so he now gets around taunt like Boba Fett does, and the upcoming Commander Luke. So that's 3 characters that are going to get around taunters, which means I'm kind of hoping that they still add in some more auto taunters for at the beginning of the game. And the 2 I'm thinking of is Royal Guard if Palpatine's active, and Magna Guard if Grievous is active. That is what I'm hoping. Those are the 2 auto taunters I'm thinking of. And maybe, just maybe, Sunfac if Poggle's active. Just to kind of, work it out that way. But he, like I said, he ignores a taunt. He can only use his basic ability, but will stun the target for 1 turn. It can't be resisted. Originally, if you had high enough tenacity, you can resist this stun, but he will automatically stun for 1 turn. Which was glad I didn't record it. I was trying to work so hard at it, but I finally got R2-D2, and if these effects all these updated effects went into the R2 unlock for his character, or for like the damage, that would really been insane. Because there were my last chance when I my last time I actually tried beating R2 or to get the R2 event, Han went to go stun a character and didn't stun him. I'm like, yes, tenacity roll, and that actually helped out a bit. Then again, the first time each turn Han uses his basic attack, he attacks again with dealing 50% less damage. So that's really going to be interesting. I'm kind of excited to see how it's going to work out. Someone may actually build a team. Sorry, you saw the on-screen pause and resume recording. I had a sneeze, and I didn't want to sneeze on the camera. Or on my phone, actually. You guys would have heard it. I would have just slobbered all over my phone. So I just cut that out. So, yeah. Having this group of characters reworked, and even having Han as well as Stormtrooper Han improved, that may make an interesting team. And I'm sure some people like Mobile Gamer or Warrior or... Well, it's more Mobile Gamer and Arnold T than Warrior, where they'll do this Galactic War Challenge. They might even each do a challenge where they run a couple of the characters. Now, like I said in one of the other videos, I think it was around the time I was doing the video covering Farm Boy Luke's rework, I was hoping that they would actually rework Chewbacca or add in a new Chewbacca. That way we can actually see a new character in this game outside of obviously the Commander Luke and a few of the other ones that come with the future game mode. So yeah, that's my thoughts. I like I said, I really hope they actually bring Chewbacca in, like bring a and I'm okay. I personally am okay with having another Chewbacca in the game, and having that Chewbacca, 2-star, just like the other Chewbacca. Both Chewbacca's being free to play right off the bat. Obviously, they'd probably want to wait until that time, or they might do something different with Chewbacca. But I've noticed that the regular Chewbacca acts like Clone Wars Chewbacca, which is why a lot of fans say just drop the Clone Wars Chewbacca. Now, I could argue with that to an extent. It could go both ways. It create a new Chewbacca, or get rid of that Chewbacca or Clone Wars Chewbacca and make him just Chewbacca. But it's just because the fact is, regular Chewbacca has a black bowcaster, and if you actually look at, give me 1 second, let me just do this to get rid of. There he is. He has like a ceremonial type bowcaster, totally different. Outside of that, yeah, it's great. So honestly, my personal opinion, either in one of the top 2 corners, because the bottom right corner across from the favorites, or left corner, sorry, is where the ship would be located if if the character's associated with the ship. Across one of the top 2 corners, they could have an aesthetic for certain characters, like say the clones with helmets, and Gar Saxon with helmet, Sabine with helmet. And they could do this with Chewbacca with bowcaster, just to give that aesthetic appeal. Not all characters would get this, just certain ones, like Stormtrooper Han, even with a Stormtrooper helmet, something of that nature to make it look like there's some change. And I'm sure they may do something like that. That'd be nice, but it's just some small aesthetic. But yeah, that's what I want to talk about today is the Stormtrooper Han rework, or not the Stormtrooper Han, the Raid Han Solo rework. What do you guys think about the Raid Han? Do you think he's a lot better? I personally think he is. He's going to do more damage. He's going to have a few secondary bonus attacks from his basic. He's going to gain some more turn meter, and he's going to ignore taunts for that first turn, so he can automatically stun another character. So, like, if they have the triple cleanse teams, right off the bat, he's going to go after, say, Darth Nihilus, stun him, so that a team member like Rex or Chirrut or General Kenobi has to cleanse it. So it eats up a cleanse. Or if a team doesn't have a triple cleanse, like say it was like a Thrawn team, you get around Short Trooper to take out Thrawn. So I can easily see Stormtrooper or Raid Han actually being more viable in actually the arena. So yes, I know my rank. I could go up above 200, below 200, whatever it is, whatever you want to say, where it's less than 200, like 199 and less. But I'm keeping right here just so I don't run into a bunch of chase teams. I know it's kind of sad, but there was a couple times I could not beat Galactic War when I went under even just 200. So I know it's kind of crazy. I know I could get more crystals, and I do want to show off quickly my tier, or my Galactic War to show you how it's going. Bunch of Rex people in my shard. That is an interesting team. But yeah, a bunch of Rex lead in my shard. So, and yes, I'm running Rex too. Doesn't help. Yeah, I'm actually, there's some Tarkin teams every now and then. They're always using General Kenobi. I'm waiting for him to like release some more Imperial Troopers, because there was, I think, 1 or 2 Imperial Troopers that wasn't released from Rogue One, plus all the Imperial Troopers you face in battles. So yeah, this is kind of, this is what I want to talk about. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. You can see what teams are basically kind of at the top of mine, or at least leaders. There's not a lot of Rex still. Darth Maul is still, like, 2 weeks ago, Darth Maul was hardly even in here because it was Rex. But Darth Maul's coming back because there's so many mixed teams coming out. And this one is a Rogue One team, and a legitimate Rogue One team. A lot of people like to replace K2 for R2. Don't blame them. R2 really gives them a good health boost and makes Baze the biggest tank of tanks. But I'm sure this person decided to use K2 to help support Baze because he's not 7-star yet. So, yep. Yeah, that is the rank. So, I'll go ahead and let you guys go. You have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. And please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. Ciao.